Alexa, did the groundhog see his shadow?
Punxsutawney Phil saw his shadow. This predicts 6 more weeks of winter.
It might technically be winter for a few more weeks, but today is such a beautiful day for some outdoor spring cleaning. We're gonna do some power washing outside here, also mulching the flower bed a little bit, and I'll be refilling the bird feeder before I move inside and doing some deep cleaning in the living room area as well as our bedroom. It's incredible how a little bit of sun and vitamin D can just change your day around. If you enjoy the outdoors and flowers and nature as much as I do, then you are going to love today's sponsor. On days it's a little too cold to go outside or I just need a minute to relax, then I will open up Merge Gardens. Merge Gardens is a fun and casual game where you can build your own garden by filling it up with trees, plants, butterflies and birds, ponds and such, while trying to solve the mystery surrounding it at the same time. As you level up, I enjoy seeing the beautiful gardens transform. The birds and wildlife are my favorite because they remind me of our own bird feeder in our garden, which I'm going to refill in just a minute. I find the storyline very captivating as Daisy inherits her uncle's old estate, and you have to unlock the hidden things and people hidden within the mansion as well as in the surrounding garden. Throughout the game, you can restore the old garden by merging 3 of a kind to evolve them into superior items. You can also complete hundreds of match 3 puzzle levels, which I'm doing here. So it's a fun game when you just need a minute to yourself, but also when you want to enjoy the nature and the greenery outside, especially when it's still winter right now. So be sure to download the game via my link in my bio or scan the QR code on the screen, and it's totally free to play. Now let's get started working in my own garden. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Michelle and I'm a mom of 3. And recently my oldest, Sailor, who is 5, created a bird feeder at her school, and it was made out of paper, but she was so excited about it. When it rained one day, that bird feeder broke. So Chris, my husband, went and bought a more sturdy bird feeder, and we've been using it ever since. I told Chris that we will get so many birds here that I feel like that lady off of Home Alone, where she has like all of these birds flying around her. And some days we'll look out the window and there will just be hundreds of birds kind of up here, but also I think what happens is they drop the feeder on the ground and they will just be everywhere. We put up a hummingbird feeder as well, and although they poop everywhere, it's actually really cool to see them use it. But anyway, we're going to get the outside cleaned up just a bit. Like I said, the sun is shining. It felt so good out here today. We had built this sandbox for the girls a while ago, and I try to kind of put things together, but we also had some extra mulch, so we're going to mulch up the flower beds a little bit. Now, we did run out of mulch in this video, but Chris went and got some mulch, and he ended up finishing it later on another day. We're not going to plant any additional flowers or anything, but we do have some plans for the springtime. I think that we want to build like a cactus garden, and then I've asked him if I could build a vegetable garden, like a real vegetable garden. Last summer, we had thrown out some compost, and then we grew some cucumbers and we grew some cherry tomatoes, which were by accident. But what happens is that they'll overtake an entire corner. But I want to build them in their own little box and have, some vegetables to grow. Do any of you guys have your own vegetable garden or grow vegetables in your backyard? Then leave me a comment and let me know what you like growing the best or what's the easiest to grow. Leave me a comment down below. I'm kicking off some spring cleaning as well inside, even though I feel like I'm always spring cleaning because our house is always a mess. I'll be doing that later in this video, as I'm in denial that it's still winter and I know that a cold front's going to come through in the next couple of days. Again, I'm just going to enjoy the outside as much as possible.
Walking home late at night, maybe 2:30. A little drunk, but I'm alright, 'cause I've been hanging with you, and it feels like love. Tell me if I'm wrong, 'cause it feels like love. Yeah, it feels like love.
So if you've been following for a little while, we have our bathroom renovation going on. I know, I feel like it's been forever, but we had all of the tile and everything cut outside. So whenever the guys and contractors were leveling out the bathroom floor, this is concrete, and concrete spilled in several areas on our rug, on the ladder, and basically the mess that was made outside from the contractors, we are going to finally clean it all up. Now, we had marble installed in our shower, so they had to use a wet saw, meaning they had to use it outside. There was just no space inside to do that. Plus, I wouldn't want them to do it inside the bathroom. So that's why everything was done outside. And in fact, the back patio is a lot cleaner than it was before. But we're going to first use a power washer to clean off this rug. Now, this is a ruggable rug, so I potentially could put this in the washing machine, but like I said, there's like concrete all over it. We've kind of been scraping it off, and we had one of our smaller power washers, so we're just going to go ahead and power wash it first. I will have a part 2 to this video because I don't finish everything outside, and I also certainly don't finish everything inside. So once we power wash the rug and also the toilet that's back here, and the toilet is back here because, like I said, we were redoing our bathroom and they had to take it out to install all the tile. So once we get all of this stuff power washed, then in next week's video, we'll finish out the rest of the patio.
Don't know what you do, but you make me feel fine. And you can't deny we are not just killing time. You should let me know if you want this true. Baby, you just make me feel crazy. A little crazy for you. Yeah. I think about you and I want you here with me. Am I out of my mind, or is this how it should be? You made me sing about love, so just tell me if I'm wrong. But it feels like love, yeah, it feels like love, yeah. Don't know what you do, but you make me feel fine. And you can't deny we are not just killing time. You should let me know if you want this true. Baby, you just make me feel crazy. A little crazy for you. A little crazy for you. Hey. I'm a little crazy for you now. A little crazy for you now, baby. I'm a little crazy for you now. A little crazy for you now. A little crazy for you now, baby. Don't know what you do, but you make me feel fine. And you can't deny we are not just killing time. You should let me know if you want this true. Baby, you just make me feel crazy. A little crazy for you. I feel crazy. A little crazy for you, baby. Yeah, yeah. Little crazy for you now. Yeah, crazy for you.
Outdoor cleaning in nice weather is my favorite kind of cleaning. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know where you're from and if it is cold or if it is warming up. I'll go ahead and give you a quick update of our bathroom remodel since you are like pretty much staring at a toilet. But we had a contractor come out the beginning of January and he did the demolition in 2 days and the whole bathroom was like torn apart. And after that, it went so slow. Like it took like almost 3.5 weeks for them to finish laying all the tile, but it is a very, I would say, tedious process, especially the design that we picked out. But after that, there were still things that needed fixing, like we needed a plumber to come out and plumb stuff. They had ripped up the sheetrock on the ceiling, so like our ceiling is exposed, so we need a sheetrocker to come out and fix all that. Then we have all of the gold hardware, and it's been difficult finding matching golds that would go with the bathroom. So let's say, for example, one brand makes the bath hardware, but that doesn't match the light fixture hardware, and that brand doesn't make light fixtures. So like we've ordered stuff, it's come in, and we've returned stuff. So just like piecing the whole project together has been a more tedious process than I first anticipated. But overall, so far it looks phenomenal, and I can't wait to share that with you guys whenever we do get it completed, hopefully here in the next couple of weeks. But the toilet was really dirty, and we needed a few pieces from Home Depot to put it back together and plumbed into our bathroom, and Chris actually did that the next day. So unfortunately, the power washer ran out of gas right there, so I'm going to go ahead and move inside. But anyway, this is what the rug looked like before, and this is what it looks like after. So again, I will finish the outdoor section in part 2 of my spring cleaning, but today I'm going to focus on the most important part, which is the inside living and kitchen area.
We got our windows down, driving down the 405, sing along to the radio. We're gonna make it someday, nothing's gonna get in our way. We will be the biggest band in town. Round and round the world we'll go, putting on the greatest show. So make sure that you don't miss out, just be there. We're taking our shot, bring what you got. We're going all the way to the top. We will hear the sound of 1 million people screaming our names when we're backstage. We'll play loud, surfing the
This little area here is for my toy-ish rotation, and I say ish because I don't rotate these toys very often, but I have toys here so that we wouldn't have to, like, the girls wouldn't have to go up and down the stairs all the time, and it was easy just to like grab something if they needed it. But now they're getting a lot older, but I do have them in these bins or containers that blend in well with this media set, so that you can't really tell that there's toys in here. So a good way to hide them. But mainly here I had like books and puzzles, and then baby dolls. And as Rye's getting older, so Rye is my 6-month-old, and he's just growing up so fast. He is so good. He's like such a good, sweet baby, except for the fact that he is still not sleeping through the night 100%. And I have pulled out my sleep program from the archives that I bought and used, a very strict schedule with both girls, and it worked like magic. But for some reason, he is still having trouble even on that schedule. So anyway, I have all of these walkers and toys and stuff in the living room, and it just brings back so many memories from when I had all of this stuff with the girls. And I just remember like being really irritated, because life before kids is very different from life after kids. Like, you say a lot of things that you would never do, and then you just give up. Or let's just say that was my case. You just give up, and you're like, as long as my kids are surviving and thriving, then, you know, anything goes. That's just where I'm at right now. And I just remember thinking, I want all these toys out of the living room. I hate having toys in my living room. It makes it look like so not pretty, especially if people come over. And now I'm like, oh, I remember when all these toys were in here with the girls, and I know that it's not going to last long at all, because like within a blink of an eye, he's going to be walking and he's not going to need to sit in those toys. But we're back at that stage. So yes, I'm going to have all types of baby walking, sitting toys down here for a while. And this time I feel like I'm 100% okay with that.
Everybody's jumping around. Yeah, that's the place where I wanna be. Going on stage, headline on a Saturday
I was listening to this podcast from Rachel Hollis, and I've been on a Rachel Hollis podcast kick for a couple weeks now. And I'll go back and forth between switching from audiobooks and podcasts, and then sometimes I just need nothing and I would just listen to music. So it just kind of depends. I'll pick through some topics that I feel interested in and that resonate with me, not resignate. I got so much pushback for that. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. Anyway, this is a really cool thing I got from Groveco, and then I just put them on top of fruits and vegetables, or right here I put it on my avocado, so you don't have to put like the plastic part on there. But anyway, the topic was around comparison. I don't remember the exact title of it, but I'm just trying to remember off the top of my head. It was about comparison, and then she said she interviewed, and I could be saying this wrong, so don't like take me like word for word on this, is that she either interviewed Tony Robbins or got the idea from Tony Robbins, something like that. You can always get her exact wording. Again, I don't want to say it incorrectly from her podcast, but it was about comparison and kind of, instead of focusing on the other person, how to bring it back to yourself. And in this, I want to use, let's say, motherhood as an example, because we all know motherhood is freaking hard. Like, it's hard. We watch these videos and compare how much the other person got done or how much the other person didn't get done. And it's just difficult. It's sad that there's so many women that judge other women. It's really sad. But what is also good is that so many women help and uplift other women, because we're all in this together, and it's just hard. A lot of times comparison causes jealousy, and that is because we think that if the other mom has all of her stuff together and all of her bins labeled and all of her lunches made in a bento box, then that makes us a bad mom. And in reality, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't make you a bad mom if you aren't doing the exact same thing that other person is doing. Or if you see someone else succeeding and you're not, that doesn't mean that they took all of the success away and now there's none left in the world. That's a scarcity mindset. That doesn't mean anything. That just means that there's opportunity for you to improve. So we have to fall out of jealousy and sometimes come into terms with, just because someone has something or just because someone is doing something doesn't mean that we can't either. And I have to tell myself this a lot. So anyway, when she kind of comes back and says to ask yourself 3 questions when you feel like you're falling into this trap. The first one is, what are you focusing on? So for me right now, my home is a mess. It's a disaster. I need to clean it. It's a mess. It makes me feel disgusting. It makes me feel like I'm a bad mom. Like I don't have the best routine out there. I can't even post a routine video because my routine is so chaotic. No one's going to watch me. These are things I'm focusing on. So the next question is, what do you decide that means? Do you decide that it means that I'm a bad mom now because my house is a disaster? Or I can decide that it means, yeah, my house is messy, but it looks like my kids had a lot of fun today. There's toys on the floor because they have a great imagination. They were playing, house earlier, and they just had an absolute blast. So my home looks like it's a well lived in home. So yes, there's mess on the floor. That doesn't make me a disgusting mom. That makes me a more present mom because I'm instead enjoying the time that I have with them instead of focusing on how bad of a mom I am because I didn't clean it the second that the mess was made. Now, I feel so much better looking at it that way, and I don't care what the other moms are doing. I don't care what the internet is doing. I don't care what my friends are doing. That's the way I choose to look at it. So what are you focusing on, and what did you decide that it means? And question number 3, the last one, is what are you going to do about it? Well, now I'm just going to jam out to some music and get some stuff picked up. My kids have an opportunity to learn and grow from it because they're upstairs helping. But for the most part, if it is something that I don't want to do, then I pair that task with something more enjoyable. That's why people clean and listen to music, or work out and listen to music. Or for me, I'll clean and listen to a podcast because it takes away part of that misery. Or it's not miserable, but it's not something I want to spend my free time doing. So it shifted my mindset from me thinking that I can't keep up with the other moms, I feel like a horrible mom because I can't keep my house clean, to feeling like I had such a productive day. My kids had a lot of fun, and we also got a lot accomplished. So you can keep that tip in your pocket for when you need it next. But I'm going to move on to our bedroom and get this area cleaned up.
Stumbling out of bed, and I still got you in my head. From all those pretty words you said, it's like I'm wasted. Every time I see your face, I'm losing track of time and space. I don't know where I am, it's like I'm wasted, and I won't waste it. And I promise that I will stand by you forever. I can't get you out of my mind. I will follow you wherever, and I won't waste this. I'll follow you, yeah.
All right, so speaking of music and pairing a not so fun task with something that you do enjoy, I've been meaning to ask this question forever. What kind of music do you listen to when you clean? So here on YouTube, like, I'll get comments about the music, and it's we have to use royalty-free music. We'll get copyright violations. They'll shut our channel down if we have enough copyright violations. So we can't just play whatever we feel like it. So if you hear a lot of people using the same music, it's because we all have to get our music from probably similar places. And the music is, the vibe that I go for is like upbeat. So when I think of cleaning, because I just have a lot to clean and there's a lot of chaos and I feel like I need to get pumped up to do it. So I haven't done a relaxing one because I feel like there's nothing relaxing about my cleaning. It's just mess, a hot mess all the time. So maybe one day I'll get to the point where it can be relaxing. But for me, I'm like, go. Let's hurry up. Let's get this done. Let's get going. So with mine, I feel like I need to get like pumped up. So therefore I play like more pop music or like more upbeat music. Now my music preference of choice is country music. So today I found like some country type music. I've never really played a lot of it on my channel before, but I felt like it was still kind of upbeat and whatever. So obviously, so I've said this before, I live in Texas, and I actually grew up by not liking country music, but now my go-to is country music. We like Texas country music, so it's not super mainstream country. And some Texas country artists will kind of pop up on mainstream country, and yeah, it's fun. Obviously, I like pop music for working out. I used to love rap, but I don't listen to rap so much anymore. But overall, I mean, a little bit of rock music. Like overall, I kind of like all music, but I will play mostly country, and then working out, I don't mind some like, pop hip hop. But if you were cleaning your house, what genre of music would you play? And here is postpartum hair loss at its finest. So I was in the other room or something, and I hadn't seen Savannah in a while, and I was like, it's been really quiet. And usually she's my middle child, so she is attached to my hip, and I'm like, she's usually not far from me for this long. So I go in and I'm like, Savannah, what are you doing? She is in my makeup and she has lipstick smeared everywhere. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? So it's all over that mirror. It was all over my big mirror, and it's all over the little chair on my makeup stand. So I really, really trusted in my Folex spray, and I am sad to say that this spray really did me wrong. It did not get out this lipstick stain, and I'm like spraying it, and I'm like, this works wonders on certain things, and some things it doesn't work at all. So on my Instagram, I posted how many times I've spilt stuff all over my rug. So on my main rug in my living room, I spilt coffee all over it. That stain is still there. I don't know what to do. It's probably dried, done, gone. It's probably ruined. And then on the kitchen runner rug, one day I spilt, and I don't even know. This little holder has all this stuff in it. That's like caps of makeup. How in the world did that get in there? I don't know, but it's all dusty, and it's been a while since I've taken that off and cleaned it. But it's supposed to like hook onto your makeup stand, and then you can put your hair dryer and stuff in there, and it'll hold it in there. So one thing I wish that I had was something in the bathroom to do my makeup on, but I don't. So I had to make this table, and this table's too small. I need something bigger. Also, and I lost what I was saying, but also this air purifier was there because I had it in the girls' room, but I put it down here because the bathroom's right there. And when they were renovating the bathroom, it was just the smells of all the chemicals and all the things that they have put in there and the dust. We just had that air purifier running so that it would help clean out the air. Oh, but the stains on our rug, the first thing I think I spilt was tomato sauce. So we were cooking something, and I don't know what happened. It was like tomato sauce all over that rug. And luckily the little green machine did get that out. I was pretty worried about that because the little green machine did not get out my coffee stain, but it got out all of the tomato sauce in our runner rug in the kitchen. And then like 2 days later, I started feeding Rye food. So he just started taking, the smushed food or whatever, and solids, yeah. And it was sweet potatoes. So I guess they say you're supposed to start them on the orange ones first. So I was opening up a whole thing of sweet potatoes, and I dropped the whole thing everywhere. It smattered all over the rug, all over the counters, all over the, cabinets, not the counters, the cabinets. And I had difficulty getting that one out, and I'm Folexing it, and it's kind of gone, but if you look close, you can still see it. So I feel like my Folex spray has been failing me, and so a lot of people do the natural, what is the most popular one? The baking soda, the Dawn soap, and is it peroxide or vinegar? I don't know. You guys probably know. But I saw a video on that one time it was like getting pee stains out of a mattress. And I have small kids, okay? So accidents happen. So I used it, and it worked wonders. And they were like, put extra baking soda on there. And I'm just like dousing it. And I'm like, wow, it got all the stain out. Well, when it dried, the whole mattress was hard. Like it was almost like the stain came out, but it didn't make the mattress soft anymore. It was like hard spots. So I don't know. I was like it did its job, but I would have rather it not, be soft. And then I was like, as I was doing that, I'm like, this works wonders. Let me try it on my pillow. Let me try it on this. Let me try it on that. And then I went to, I don't know if you remember my old bar stools. They were cloth. I did it on that because there was some food stains, and it completely ruined them. There are water stains all over it. But I'm sure some of the pros on here have all the right formulas, and I'm over here just like, yep, looks good. Let's go for it. But you live and you learn.
How to carry on.
But thank you guys so much for watching today. Please subscribe if you're not already, and part 2's video will be out next week.